Hi everyone, in today's video we're gonna go through the cases with the masculine noun with ending of os or anthropos. Ας ξεκινήσουμε, let's get started. Ο άνθρωπος, subject, του ανθρώπου, possessive. Ο άνθρωπος is a masculine noun with 3 syllables and the accent is on the 3rd syllable from the end. That means that the accent will drop to the 2nd syllable in possessive. That's a grammatical rule that is implied to all the masculine nouns with 3 or more syllables, that their accent stops at the 3rd syllable. The accent is at the 3rd syllable. A general grammatical rule is that the accent cannot move from the 3rd syllable from the end and further. So if the word, for example, has 7 syllables, the accent will always stop at the 3rd from the end. So it can be at the 3rd from the end, or at the 2nd from the end, or at the first one from the end. Never can move from the 3rd from the end. Never. We're never going to have an accent on the 4th syllable from the end. That's a grammatical rule. So, τον άνθρωπο, an object, accent goes back. Άνθρωπε, when we call him. And here, another note, the grammar says like masculine nouns with ending of os, they will have o at the end of call. But there are some nouns, like instead of anthrope, it should be anthropo. But there are some nouns, masculine nouns with ending of os, that are commonly used and they have e at the end. So it's ο φίλος will become φίλε, ο δάσκαλος becomes δάσκαλε, ο Θεός becomes θεέ, κτλ. Λοιπόν, let's start with examples with singular nouns. Ο άνθρωπος, the subject of the sentence. Δουλεύει εδώ. The human or the man works here. Ο άνθρωπος έχει 3 παιδιά. The human or the man has 3 children. Ο άνθρωπος περπατάει στο δρόμο. The human or the man walks on the street. I think it's pretty easy, the subject. Now let's go to possessive, του ανθρώπου. We talked about the tonus dropping. And something else gonna be a subject of the sentence, not του ανθρώπου. Του ανθρώπου will be an extra information that will describe us to who the noun belongs to. So, η δουλειά του ανθρώπου είναι δύσκολη. In this case, it describes the subject. The work or the job of the human is hard. This sentence can stand perfectly fine without του ανθρώπου. Η δουλειά είναι δύσκολη. The job is hard. We could say τα παιδιά του ανθρώπου πηγαίνουν σχολείο. The children of the human go to school. We could say τα παιδιά πηγαίνουν σχολείο. The children go to school. We don't have to really say του ανθρώπου. This is an extra information that we add in the sentence because we want to specify to who the noun belongs to. Άνθρωπο, τον άνθρωπο. The human, the man, when it's an object. So something else will be a subject, there will be a verb, and then τον άνθρωπο will be an object. Εμείς βλέπουμε τον άνθρωπο. We see the human. Εμείς ξέρουμε τον άνθρωπο. We know the human, the man. Ο Γιάννης χτίζει το σπίτι με τον άνθρωπο. Yanni builds the house with the man. And now let's go to the last one, which is the call, and it's άνθρωπε. It doesn't really matter if it's going to go at the beginning of the sentence or at the end, as long as we say άνθρωπε and we're directly talking to someone. So we would say άνθρωπε, ξέχασες τα κλειδιά σου. Man, you forgot your keys. Or human, you forgot your keys. Άνθρωπε, πού είναι ο φάκελος, άνθρωπε? Where is the envelope, man? We could say άνθρωπε, πού είναι ο φάκελος? Man, where is the envelope? Very easy to use when we're directly talking to someone. Quick note here, we don't really have call when we have nouns that are not really living creatures that we cannot directly talking to them. So let's say ο φάκελος, which is a masculine noun with ending of os. We will not really have call for it because you can't really talk to the envelope. And that's it with the singular. Now let's go to plural. Οι άνθρωποι, subject, των ανθρώπων, possessive. And as you can see, the tonus drops here. Again, for the same reasons. A masculine noun with 3 syllables or more, the accent on the 3rd syllable, so the accent will drop to the 2nd syllable from the end, always. Not only in possessive, but also in object. So, οι άνθρωποι, subject των ανθρώπων, possessive, τους ανθρώπους object άνθρωποι when we call them. Let's go through the examples. Ας δούμε τα παραδείγματα. Οι άνθρωποι χορεύουν. The men, the human are dancing. Οι άνθρωποι δουλεύουν σκληρά. The men, the human working hard. Οι άνθρωποι δουλεύουν στο εστιατόριο. The human, the men working the restaurant. Ο κήπος των ανθρώπων έχει πολλά λουλούδια. Των ανθρώπων. Possessive. Ο κήπος is the subject. Των ανθρώπων is possessive. Έχει, has, πολλά λουλούδια object. Many flowers. We could have said η πόλη των ανθρώπων, the city of the humans, είναι πολύ μικρή. It's very small. Η πόλη των ανθρώπων έχει πολλούς κήπους. The city of the humans has many gardens. So των ανθρώπων is an extra information that we give in the sentence. Ο κήπος έχει πολλά λουλούδια. The garden has many flowers. Can stand perfectly fine without των ανθρώπων. Now let's go to τους ανθρώπους. We said that the tonos will drop here for exactly the same rules that we said before for ο άνθρωπος. So what happens here is we're going to have a subject, a verb, and then τους ανθρώπους. In this case we say παίζω tennis με τους ανθρώπους. I play tennis with the humans. I is implied. We explained that when we did the verbs. Παίζω, I play με τους ανθρώπους with the humans. We could say έχουμε κοινούς φίλους με τους ανθρώπους. We have common friends with the humans. And can has like two objects there. Κοινούς φίλους will be the first object and με τους ανθρώπους will be a second object. So that's it with τους ανθρώπους. Let's go άνθρωποι. Άνθρωποι, ξεχάσατε να πληρώσετε. Men, you forgot to pay. Humans, you forgot to pay. Άνθρωποι, πού είναι οι τσάντες σας? Άνθρωποι, where are your suitcases? Άνθρωποι, πώς θα πάτε στο αεροδρόμιο? How are you going to go to the airport? Άνθρωποι, πότε έχετε χρόνο? Men, when you have time. So this is with άνθρωποι. Very easy to use. Doesn't really matter if it's at the beginning of the sentence or at the end. As you can see, the rules to how the spoke is used, how the case are used, is exactly the same. Doesn't matter if the noun is in plural or in singular. So yeah, άνθρωποι could be at the end or at the beginning. Doesn't really matter. And that's it with anthropos, with all the cases, singular and plural. And with all the examples, I hope the video was useful for you, and if it was, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And if you have any questions, write them down below in the comments. Thank you for watching. Until next time, bye.